I. I am Guinevere Capet, princess of the Suyat kingdom. I. I. I have come to be the queen of the Twilight Kingdom. Pfft. What did she just say? She claims she's going to be our queen. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. As if. Women from the Twilight Kingdom are skilled in dancing and horse riding. What can she do? Weave and sing like a nightingale? A girl from a southern kingdom wants to be our queen? With what? Even her voice is weak. Hilarious. Maybe she's here to beg for death. We could throw her out of the palace. Those flimsy clothes of hers won't protect her from freezing. Huh. A small, dying country sends an insignificant princess here thinking she can become my queen? How absurd and foolish. We've been engaged for a long time. That was nothing but a ridiculous verbal agreement between your people and a dead man. Now, I, Arthur Ray Euthus, am the ruler of the Twilight Kingdom. The only thing you can be here is my possession, my slave, and my new toy. Come, little princess of the Suyat Kingdom. This is made especially for you. No, I don't want it. I'm not a slave. Take those chains away. I am a princess. I'm here to be the queen. No, you don't deserve to be my queen. You have only one choice, to be the lowest among my lovers. Perhaps you don't know, but before you, princesses from the Reuben family and Munsa Castle were sent here as well. They were far smarter than you and never dared claim they were here to be queen. Psycho. Everyone here is a psycho. Mother. King Euthus, the man whom father and brother arranged for me to marry, is a total psycho. Before this incident, I had strange and terrible dreams about a wedding for 2 consecutive nights, but at the time, I didn't realize they were warnings from fate. Not until something similar happened to me in reality. When my father passed away 2 years ago, he divided the family property in 2, half to me, and the other half to my stepmother and her daughter. 2 years later, my boyfriend of 5 years and I decided to get married. But on the wedding day, I discovered he had been having an affair with my stepsister. They had schemed for 2 years, tricking me into marrying him so they could stage an accident after the wedding, take my share of the property, and claim the insurance money they had taken out on me. I was so naive, thinking I had a good relationship with my stepmother and stepsister. I believed my boyfriend and I were truly in love and that we'd be together forever, but it was all just wishful thinking. I couldn't accept it. How could I die so pathetically on what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life? Ah, cough, cough. I came back to life. You're a tough one, aren't you, Suyat girl? I was just about to have your body collected, but you actually came back to life. I don't want to die. No, today. Today is my wedding. Who are you? At that moment, I didn't realize I had traveled to another world. Strange, fragmented scenes flooded my mind, mixing with my old memories and giving me a raging headache. My name is Liv. I'm His Majesty's favorite woman. His Majesty? Who do you mean? Of course, I'm talking about King Arthur Ray Euthus, the noblest man in the Twilight Kingdom. What? Did you become even stupider after coming back to life? Why are you gawking at me like that? Do I look ugly? The woman in front of me is beautiful, but her beauty is strangely repulsive. Ah, you wench. Do you really have a death wish or what? Oh no, my headache's getting worse. How long was I not breathing? Ugh, cough, cough. Why are there chains around my neck? This is just like that nightmare. With your personality, you won't survive in this palace. His Majesty has arranged a game in the garden tonight. I'll be kind enough to give you a wonderful wedding experience as a farewell gift. Ugh, cough, cough. Game? Wedding? Experience? What is she talking about? Cough, cough. Liv? Your Majesty, this stupid woman stained my clothes. What did you feed me? Cough, cough. She's still alive? This horny princess is dying to spend her wedding night with someone. Look, Your Majesty, she's such a... Sell *T. You're the worst king ever. Your Majesty, Lawren wants to report on the war. Tell him to *CK off. What a killjoy. But he's useful. I got the longest coastline on the north side of the continent without breaking a sweat. Lawren? That name sounds familiar. And you're just the illegitimate daughter of the king of a small country that relies on farming and trading specialties. You don't even have a claim to the throne, yet you want to be my queen? You really should know your place. Do you like it? I keep many energetic beasts and slaves in this garden. They're just like you. Look, this is the place for you. Go find one you like and spend a memorable wedding night with him. Oh, it's the woman from Suyet. She looks so delicate and fragile. Her skin is so fair. I want to have a taste. Haha, I love feet. Let me lick your feet. Go away. Don't touch me. Let go. This is ridiculous. How did I end up in such a ridiculous place after dying? But this scene, it feels familiar, like something from a nightmare. Or maybe a book I once read. Ah, help, someone. Please help me. Your Majesty, let's play a game. Guess how many beasts will get to enjoy her? Heh, she practically offered herself. But having such a frivolous princess as my queen would bring shame to my people. It's a pity. I was willing to form a marriage alliance with Suyet, but she'll be executed by dawn. Besides, she's a beauty. Are you sure you have the heart to let her go? Why rush, Your Majesty? The little princess's dowry hasn't even arrived yet. But I prefer sly and clingy women, just like you. As for her, she makes me sick. The worst king ever. Help me. My legs suddenly went limp. I can't stand up. I feel hot and weak. Is it because of what Liv fed me? What was that stuff? Am I going to die? Is there a slave in the pool? He's wearing a mask too, but he seems different from the others. He's just standing there quietly, and his eyes are so calm. His body is covered in scars, and he smells like blood. Why? I think that Suyet girl went this way. Oomph. She sure knows where to escape. It's secluded here. He seems to have a weapon. He's not a slave. Maybe he's a nobleman who sneaked in. He could kill us. Let's run. Oh no. Don't come closer. He reeks of blood. Are you drugged? I am the princess of the Suyet kingdom. You cannot defile me. Suyet, huh? Arthur thinks Suyet's support is dispensable. He won't make you his queen. To give him a reason to send you home, they'll have you defiled. His eyes are golden. How dazzling. But if not, you'll only spend the rest of your life in pain and sorrow. If your family cherishes you, they'll send someone to take you home right away. I can end this for you now, or I can get you out of here. It's your choice. Take me away. What's your name? Guinevere. Okay, Guinevere, do you have any wishes for tonight? I am a princess. I want to be the queen, not a slave. I think I have a fever. I feel hot and dizzy. I can't stop babbling. I am the bride. I don't want to be deceived. I don't want to be abandoned. Give me a moment, Guinevere. Everything will be as you wish. Ha ha. I'm thirsty. I feel awful. You're drugged. Liv's tricks are getting nastier and nastier. Because I'm drugged? So that's why I'm having these strange feelings. Yes, it's all because of the drug. May I see your face? May, yes. You're so handsome. Thank heaven for showing me mercy. At least I get a treat at the end of this awful wedding day. Cuckoo, shut up, Jay. I hate to break it to you, young master, but it's time to go. The wild beastmen launched a surprise attack on our barracks in Wallin. They won't stop their attacks anytime soon, but we're out of money already. Did you get anything from your trip? When will His Majesty allocate funds to the army? He's avoiding me. I was going to sneak into the palace and ask him for the money in person, but it'll give him something to hold over you. No, that's the last thing you should do. Our Majesty is paranoid and unpredictable. Also very tight-fisted. Jay, I want to take a woman with us. What? Are you interested in Arthur's slave? She's just a dancer, even lower than a slave. This is outrageous. You can't take her, and you definitely can't admit to having slept with her, or her life will be in danger. Be careful, young master. You're already in Arthur's grasp. Her ladyship. All right, I get it. Stop nagging. I'll end this fight quickly. 5 days. No, 3 days. I'll be back in 3 days. That slave girl must be really special if even my stoic young master is infatuated with her. Shut up, Jay. I'm in a book now. After a frantic night, I finally understand what's happening. Fiat. Twilight Kingdom. I've entered an obscure biographical novel called Lawrence the Great. This book is so little known that no one else has heard of it, and I couldn't find any information about it online. It's like I'm the only one in the world who's read this book. Because of the accident, I became Guinevere Capet, the Princess of Suyat. I've pieced together her past because some of her memories overlap with mine. I am Guinevere Capet. Guinevere isn't a major character in the book. The author only described her tragic life in a few brief sentences. Born out of wedlock but named a princess, she was married off by her father and brother to the most powerful country on the continent at the time, the Twilight Kingdom. But King Arthur, ruler of the Twilight Kingdom, despised Suyat and treated her with disdain. She was neglected by her so-called husband and falsely branded as spoiled and promiscuous. A few months after her marriage, she met a gruesome fate. Her life was abruptly ended by beheading. Her homeland, Suyat, and her cold-hearted relatives didn't seek vengeance for her death. Instead, they spread rumors that tarnished her reputation, claiming she had been loose before marriage. This false narrative haunted her long after her demise. It was only years later, when the protagonist of the book, Lawrence, rose to power and united the northern continent, that Princess Guinevere's name was cleared during the reorganization of the Twilight Kingdom's records. But what good is it to clear her name after she's gone? While I'm still alive, I must seek my own revenge. Just wait, you bastards. But now, I, Guinevere Capet, will no longer live at the mercy of the wicked. I will live a life worthy of myself. I think my eyes just lit up. Is it an illusion? How captivating these purple eyes are. I do have royal blood, but the marks on my neck, are they from the shackles? No. Last night. Oh, I remember now. A man carried me away from Arthur's garden last night. Damn, who was he? I was so disoriented and foggy-brained because of the drug that I didn't even ask his name. Now I can't recall what he looked like. Was he a slave? But even so, he's still better than Arthur. It's rare to see a slave wielding a sword, though. Will I ever see him again? Why are there so many of them today? Because there are too few of us. Our provisions have run out, and the troops provided by the nobles have withdrawn. Only our own soldiers remain in battle. When will this all end? Should we retreat too? Arthur isn't worth sacrificing our lives for. But it's not for Arthur. It's for the people of the Twilight Kingdom. That makes sense. If we give up this defensive line, the border towns will soon be overrun by the wild giants. My mother would be ashamed of me. Money is the key. Exactly. If only we could stumble upon a treasure. Are you sure that Suyat's girl came to Snowmelt Castle? No. We've searched everywhere except here. But considering her condition, it's unlikely she could have escaped the palace last night. You, get inside and find her. Huh? But people say this place is haunted and I'm scared. This dress is torn. What else can I wear? What was that noise? Come with us. Who are you? Let me go. Now I understand why people in Suyat call you ridiculous. I'm so ashamed of you. Look at your disheveled clothes. This is bad. In the book, Guinevere was killed precisely because of the stigma attached to her. I never thought it would happen so quickly. To give him a reason to send you home, they'll have you defiled. But if not, you'll only spend the rest of your life in pain and sorrow. If your family cares about you, they'll send someone to take you home right away. What that man said last night, it was true. Who was with the princess last night? It was me. And me. Me too. That's how the rumors started. You had a great time, didn't you, Princess Guinevere? No, it wasn't them. I won't admit it. Although I was delirious last night and can't remember the man's face, I distinctly recall that he had many scars on his body. He definitely wasn't one of the palace slaves. Stop lying, princess. Admit what you did. You know what happened. Yes, I was with someone last night. I'm a princess. I'll admit what I've done. But it wasn't them. Then who was it? Her. You. I'm doomed anyway. I might as well indulge myself. Are you out of your mind, Liv? Stop it. I've never met someone who dares to talk such nonsense in front of me. They all claim to have been with me, but do they have any proof? I'm not lying. I have proof that I was with her. She has my bite marks. No, I won't go. She got those marks when she resisted your orders. Your Majesty. Guinevere, isn't it? Write a letter to your home country, ask them to send me an apology gift, and take you back. Anyway, it's true you were in the harem on your wedding night. Filthy women like you aren't welcome in my harem. You'll stay in the water cell while we wait for their response. The water cell? The book mentioned the notorious water cell. It's a grim, dark, horrifying place infested with rats and maggots. Few make it out unscathed. The book described the host's body as festering and repugnant at the time of her execution. Now I see why. If I were the Guinevere from the book, I might have given in. But not everyone gets a second chance at life. I can't die like this. No matter how furious I am, survival is my priority. But Suyit's generous dowry for you is still on its way. Your Majesty, I truly believe I haven't done anything wrong. Learning from her stepsister's theatrics, the escorts will likely turn back halfway once they hear I'm locked up in the water cell just a day after arriving. I see. It's all about money. I need to make sure I have some freedom to seize an opportunity to escape. Your Majesty, I dare not stay in your harem. Please allow me to atone for my sins by working hard. Your Majesty, now that Princess Guinevere is genuinely remorseful, why don't you? In any case, I'm neither beheaded nor trapped in the water cell. There's still a silver lining. Being a maidservant is nothing compared to my previous life. You're now the lowest-ranked maidservant. Calling out Miss Liv's name will only bring you more harassment. A princess from a small country like Suyit can only serve as a maid here. I promised myself I'd get revenge right away, but I don't have that kind of power now. All I can do is... why is it so slippery? What did you add to the water? Oh, I use soapy water. Doesn't it make things cleaner? Who in their right mind would use so much soap to wash the floor? I've never done any household chores as a princess. I'm an amateur. Sorry, my foot. I hate everyone in this palace. You got what you deserved. Just you wait. But that guy, he's kind. But I don't know who he is, where he is now, or whether he's a friend or foe. Oh no, you've been poisoned, young master. The wild giants have grown more cunning. They can poison their weapons now. Quiet down, Jay. Can you provide an antidote or not? I can. Then get to work. Others have been poisoned too. You need to treat them now. This poison is extracted from leaves. The ingredients are simple. Curing all of you is easy, but you'll need to stay in bed for at least 3 days before you can get up. What bad luck. I had planned to return to Golden Glory City in 3 days. Now I'm going to break my promise. You made a deal with her? No, I'm new to this. I should have made a deal with her. I'm just worried that she might be in danger. Jay, can you do me a favor? Of course, I'm always at your service. It should be easy for you since you can transform into an owl with your magic. Fly back to the palace and help me check on her. Take her a letter while you're at it. Then, in addition to the hallways here, you'll scrub all the stairs of Snowmelt Castle. But Snowmelt Castle is haunted, and they say the stairs inside have no end. My, isn't that what we're looking for? You're going to be scrubbing floors for life, Guinevere. Guinevere? So, she's the young master's lover? Ouch! Something pulled my hair. Guinevere, I miss stargazing with you. Wow, this woman is dangerous. She even got Lawren's Euthus, the ruthless dark dragon, to write such a sentimental letter. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she seemed pretty plain, with a dusty complexion. The young master is clearly captivated by her, and Liv is constantly picking on her. She can't be just an ordinary maidservant. I'm sorry, young master. She's too dangerous. So this is Snowmelt Castle. Aren't you coming inside to watch me work? Once you go in, there's no telling when or if you'll get out. We won't stay with you. No, that place is haunted. Haunted? But everything seemed normal in there that night. Just go inside already. Stay a bit further away. Did I remember it wrong? Probably. Maybe that's a side effect of Liv's drug. Wow. It looks like nobles used to live here. It's not just old, but also burned. Burned? That reminds me of Lawrence. That's right. I'm in the book Lawrence the Great, where Lawrence is the protagonist. He's the uncle of the mad King Arthur, the son of the late king's brother, Lord Caesar. Calf, calf, calf. When old King Euthus died of illness, according to his will and the royal covenant, his brother Caesar, who was in his prime, should have succeeded to the throne. But the ex-king's wife, Bella, was ambitious and ruthless. To put her son on the throne, she set fire to Caesar's family. Perhaps it was retribution. After Caesar and his wife were burned to death, Bella's son accidentally fell off a horse and died before he could ascend the throne. Bella herself took the throne and ruled for over a decade. With an iron fist and strict policies, the Twilight Kingdom thrived during her reign. On her deathbed, she passed the throne to her only grandson, Arthur. Rumor has it that Arthur witnessed his grandmother's arson plot in his childhood and saw his father die in agony 10 days after he was thrown off his horse. It's also said that Arthur was born with a disability in one hand. All these factors contributed to his eccentricity and tyranny. Probably to avenge his parents, Lawrence, who inherited his father's land, organized and trained his own obsidian army. At first, he seemed to be assisting Arthur, conquering new lands and suppressing border riots. Then suddenly, one day, he organized the commoners and serfs to overthrow Arthur's rule and took the throne. According to the book, that jerk Arthur will eventually be killed. But before that, he'll kill me. He doesn't want me as his queen. But besides me, no other woman has officially married him. That's why history books refer to me as his queen. Bad luck. The book said the day after my execution, Lawrence, who had endured for many years, launched a crusade. Does Lawrence have a crush on me? No, no way. In Guinevere's memory so far, she never crossed paths with Lawrence. I may never have the chance to meet this hero in my lifetime. That's right. Oh my goodness. Why, young master? Lieutenant J said you need to stay in bed for 3 days, and it's only been half the time. There's no need. Tell everyone to prepare. We're going back to Golden Glory City. How many wild giants did we eliminate this time? 11. And we captured one alive. Bring them all back. Why? We'll sell them. That voice again. What on earth is it? Calf, calf. What the hell? A book? I just remembered there's a spirit race and wizards in this world. It looks like a book about magic, but how can one confirm whether they have the blood of the spirit race? The book said only people with the blood of the spirit race could learn magic effortlessly. It's cut open. Your Majesty, we found it in the drained pool. It was cut with a sharp blade. And it probably only took that person 1 slash. In my garden, someone cut through my custom-made shackles with a razor-sharp blade. Awfully dangerous, isn't it? I didn't do my job well. I beg you for mercy, Your Majesty. Indeed, it's your fault. Take him and cut off his hands. No, no, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. Who was the one? Please forgive me. Arg. Who was the one who took away my new pet? Your Majesty, the guards just sent a message. Lawrence is on his way back to Golden Glory City with a small squad. Lawrence? I recall him coming back recently. Yes, he returned alone 4 days ago, requesting an audience with you to report on the military situation, but you didn't agree. Military situation? I suspect it was money he was after. The front lines are indeed running low on supplies. The noble armies are starting to recuperate, while the Obsidian Army belongs to Lawrence, not me. Lawrence also comes from the Euthus bloodline. He's my senior and has more military achievements than I do. You might work for me today, but you could work for him tomorrow. Isn't that right? And no, we are always loyal to Your Majesty. You're our only king. Lawrence returned 4 days ago? Yes. I vaguely remember something about the spirit race. The book mentioned that the spirit race had 2 major families on this continent. One is the noble Vayet family, and the other is the Chachat tribe scattered in the northwest frontier cities. The spirit race also helped Lawrence ascend the throne. Too bad I don't seem to have any connection to either of them. Otherwise, I could quickly learn teleportation or turn into a butterfly with magic to escape from here. I used to be a graduate student, and remembering things is my expertise. Teleport. Not budging at all. It seems like a far-fetched idea to think I can move it just by remembering the incantations. Guinevere, get out now. His Majesty wants to see you. That strange voice again. Did the teleportation spell work? It was this very Arthur who ordered my execution in the book. I must be very cautious around him. Where's the collar I gave you? You call that a collar? It's more like a torture device. Don't tell me you took it off yourself. Okay, where's the torture device I gave you? I don't know. I fainted, and it was gone when I woke up. I see. You were missing for a night. Obviously, the head guard of my harem failed in his duty and damaged the custom-made item. As punishment, I had his hands cut off. Your audacity and arrogance when you first arrived did get under my skin. But after cooling down these past days, I don't think I truly hate you. So, I'll give you a chance to stay in my harem and be one of the candidates to be my queen. No, 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 no. I'm perfectly content being a maidservant. Are you kidding me? Nobody wants to be a candidate for your queen, okay? Although I felt the host's strong self-esteem and determination to complete the marriage mission when my soul and her memories merged, I genuinely enjoy doing chores. Ha ha ha. There's no way I'm going to dance with the devil. Even if I have to be queen, I absolutely cannot be Arthur's queen. Your rejection is not what I expected. Your Majesty, Lawrence requests an audience with you. Let him in. Lawrence? The hero is here. His gear is all black, just like in the book. Lawrence, known as the merciless Dark Dragon, has an imposing presence. I heard you were wounded, Lawrence. That's strange. The smell of blood on him seems oddly familiar. I'm not. It's good to see you're all right. Oh, perhaps I've got the wrong information. That's my chance. I've got to get out of here now. Guinevere, go to Liv and ask her to prepare some good wine. I'll have a drink with Lawrence, whom I haven't seen in a long time. Wine? Now that you're in good health, I suppose it's all right for you to drink, right? Yes. To you, Lawrence. To you, Your Majesty. The chosen one, Lawrence. That's the protagonist. According to the book, Lawrence and Arthur are supposed to be on good terms right now. Arthur's grandmother, Queen Bella, has been hiding the truth about the death of Lawrence's parents from him. She told Lawrence that the fire at his home was caused by his mother, Leia the Holy Daughter's magic. What unsettled Arthur was Lawrence's refusal of the noble title he offered. Lawrence only wanted the territory left by his father and lingered at the border, claiming to suppress threats while searching for his mother Leia, who was accused of disappearing after causing trouble. He stabilized the country and strengthened his obsidian army simultaneously. On the surface, they seem to be confidants, but in reality, there's little trust between them. But I think His Majesty is more handsome. How dazzling Lord Lawrence is. What do you think? Who's more handsome? They're both killers. Rather than looks, a kind heart matters at this point. I'm not good at judging people's faces. They seem pretty much the same to me. Guinevere. On the way back, what does he want? Can you dance? No, 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 no. I'm not performing. Come here, princess. No, I don't want to. No, I am not going there. Princess Caped is from Suyat. The girls there are known for their singing. Why is she always helping Arthur? Guinevere, sing for us then. You're not turning me down, are you? The sea at night was sprinkled with gold. The mermaids surfed joyfully in the moonlight. It's like the song is engraved in my brain. I can sing it the moment I open my mouth. Pretty boy from the north, is it the gift of Suyat women? For what do you come to Emerald Harbor? What a beautiful, moving singing voice. Lawrence, I didn't want to marry a Suyat girl at first. What the hell? I want to keep this nightingale in my harem, but I've changed my mind. What do you think? It's your choice. Arthur's acting strange. There's no way he'll change his mind and marry me. It seems more like he's provoking Lawrence. How juvenile. Lawrence doesn't even know me. Lowly maid, Stop daydreaming. It hurts. Get back to work. Now. A bunch of lunatics. Your Majesty, you already have enough women in your harem. Why do you want a Suyat girl? Do you want her to be your queen? But I'm starting to feel like I'm losing leverage over Lawrence. I don't want this either. It could make him think I have his mother's life in my hands. My grandmother taught me the art of spreading deceptive information. This way, he dares not plot against me. But now I have a feeling he no longer believes it. A Lawrence without shackles is terrifying. I must find his new weakness and exploit it. But what does that have to do with Guinevere? I don't think they know each other at all. Just a hunch. It's Lawrence. Lore. What's wrong? Is everything all right? Oh my. A minor character like me is actually talking to the protagonist from this book. Did you read it? Read what? Is it me? His eyes seemed softer than they did in the dining room. The letter. He's smiling at me. That's something the character in the book would never do. What letter? This should be our first meeting. Is he always this kind? The Lawrence from the book didn't show his aggressive side in his youth. He was reserved until the rebellion. So much so that even court jesters mocked him before the king. Though quiet, he was ruthless and decisive on the battlefield, feared by enemies. Why would such a man smile at me on our first meeting? I'm in pain right now. Please help me. I was injured, and the alcohol worsened the toxicity of my wound. Injured? But he said he wasn't hurt. It seems he was just putting on a brave face for Arthur. How can I help you? I must side with the hero. It's a no-brainer. If he wins, he might keep me safe. Just hold me. His Majesty ordered me to assist you out of the palace gate. You've had too much to drink, my lord. Where should I go next? Turn right. Oh, if I hold him out of the palace like this, maybe I can escape. Do you really want to be queen? Guinevere, isn't that your only wish? No, it's not. I don't want to be a queen. It was just the host's unfulfilled wish that I felt when I was reborn. Now I'm pretty sure that wasn't her true wish either. The real desire of Princess Guinevere, as pure as snow, was to live peacefully with her parents, enjoying a carefree life. From a young age, she lived with her mother in Floral Castle, a realm adorned with flowers. Her father often visited them in that idyllic place. Her childhood was peaceful and filled with joy. She believed her parents loved each other deeply and cared for her immensely. Every arrangement her father made was for her benefit. She never left Floral Castle until her mother's sudden death, at which point she discovered the harsh truth. Her mother wasn't the queen, just the king's beloved companion, unrecognized by the court. And Guinevere wasn't the only princess. She was an illegitimate daughter. The truth is, the king of Suyat had lost his wife a long time ago. The late queen left a son and a daughter. Guinevere had no chance of inheriting the throne. To comfort his son and daughter, the king refrained from marrying Guinevere's mother, whom he met later. Instead, he merely sheltered them in a castle, treating them as possessions until her mother's untimely death. Guinevere, you must listen to your father after I'm gone. If you fall in love with a royal, you must become a real queen. Don't follow my path. Guinevere, from now on, you're also a princess. Becoming queen of the Twilight Kingdom is the most important mission of your life. If you can't fulfill this mission, you're not worthy of being my father's daughter or Suyat's princess. Your deceased mother will be ashamed of you too. I can fulfill my mission. It's all just a lie. Wish mission. If only I had been reborn sooner, I would have avoided the Twilight Kingdom altogether. Is that the gate out of the palace? Your master. The owl turned into a man. Be quiet. This is my lieutenant, Jay. The point isn't his status, but the fact that he can transform into a bird. It's one thing to read about magic in a book, but another to see it in person. Young master, we can't even bring weapons in here, let alone take her with us. I'm just giving him a hand. Did he see through me? It seems Lawrence is struggling in the palace too. It's not a good idea to ask them for help. I might need to find another way. Thanks. We'll thank you properly later. No big deal. Win more battles after you sober up. I'm rooting for you. The palace guards. What's going on? Does Arthur want to kill Lawrence right now? If he's this decisive, How will the rest of the show unfold? I'm the eldest son of the Colusan family, the new captain of the 3rd Squad of the Palace Guards. I've always admired you, Lord Lawrence, the merciless Dark Dragon. And tonight, I'd like to challenge you to a duel. That's quite amusing. Why would Lord Lawrence want to fight you? Arthur sent him. He wants to test if I'm truly injured and how much strength I have left. Perhaps Arthur is afraid of Lawrence and wants to gauge his strength. But I drank too much today and didn't bring my sword. The new captain of the Palace Guards is an important position. Maybe you can try my lieutenant first. Your lieutenant? You're allowed to draw first. Don't underestimate me. You. Whoa. He's as fast as the wind. Is that enough, little Colusan? We're exhausted from fighting wild giants. We really don't want to spar with you. Jay. Yes, my lord. I'm drowsy. Help me back to the inn. His Majesty's wine is too much for me. Got it. That's remarkable. Even his lieutenant is so strong. Now I understand why Arthur is wary of Lawrence. I guess he never wants Lawrence to return whenever he sends him out to battle. You just played a dangerous game, you know? You can't drink after being poisoned. Jay, did you give her the letter? Why, yes, but if you ask me, I've done some digging. She's the Princess Suyet sent to marry the king. If Arthur finds out you've dishonored him, he'll kill both you and her. Her mission is to become Arthur's queen. Then I'll kill him first. That's just the alcohol talking. Do you forget he still has your mother, Leia, in his grip? I've sent you to Golden Glory City many times over the years to investigate. Do you think there's any sign of my mother there? Seems like there isn't. So, you believe Arthur doesn't have her? I assumed she was in Golden Glory City, not because of what they hinted, but because of how they acted every time I went to search for her. Now that I think about it, aside from the possibility that they have my mother, there's another one. My mother might already be dead. Though her body was never found, there's a high chance she's gone. Turns out, I'm an orphan. Jay. Young master, the Suyet princess's eyes are the same color as my mother's. It's a sacred symbol of the holy daughter of the Chachat tribe, believed to be the embodiment of Camilla, the river goddess, with supreme magical powers. My mother told me this when I was very young. Someone in the princess's lineage must be of Chachat descent. I shouldn't have destroyed that letter. But why does the Suyet princess have the Chachat bloodline? We've been searching for the spirit race with great powers over the years and trying to form an alliance with them. From this perspective, she's incredibly valuable. Yes, she is. And so is Suyet. I must have her. That letter. I'm sorry, young master. How much have you had? You're running a fever. I've heard that His Majesty plans to relieve you of your duties as a maidservant. Now that you're a candidate for queen, you certainly can't sleep in the servants' quarters with us. Please, go to the candidates' room. So, where should she sleep? How should I know? It's not our job to assign rooms to candidates. And for your information, there's more than one candidate for queen. I saw this coming. It's not like I want to share a room with the likes of you. I'll sleep in Snowmelt Castle, where I just cleaned it myself. Since no one dares to live here, this is my place now. All right, I'll sleep in the lobby tonight. I'm exhausted. I've only been here a few days, but it's been tough enough. Arthur is unpredictable. It's not easy living under his nose. Lawrence isn't quite what I imagined either. When I read the book, I admired his personality and abilities, but he turns out to be much braver than described. His golden eyes, like a serene and radiant sun, have an enchanting allure that captivates all who look at them. Now I see why so many people will align with him in the future. Though it's our first meeting, this feeling of being drawn to him is oddly familiar. What am I thinking? My priority should be to figure out what to do next. Obviously, escaping through the palace gate won't work. Is Arthur really as jealous of Lawrence as the book described? The book said Lawrence was 5 years older than Arthur. They were not only uncle and nephew, but also good friends who learned the art of war and swordplay together when they were young. The Euthuses are ruthless. Does that mean nothing to them? But so are the Capets. The host and I both had a warm but fake family once. And my own family. Forget it. I shouldn't feel sorry for myself at this moment. I'm not out of danger yet. I need to master some life-saving skills first. True. I've sided with the hero, but I can't always count on others. I'd better hone my teleportation magic. Move. Let me see if there's a reduction magic to help me shrink to the size of Thumbelina, or something like that. Well, guess it takes a few more practices. Whoa, there really is. These stairs are so high. Why are there so many steps? I've scrubbed it for so long. Something's wrong. Why does it look like there's no end to it? Arg. Thankfully, it was just a dream. Wait, a frog? So you were the one making that strange noise. In the book, Queen Bella invited Caesar and his wife from their fief to the palace under the pretext of discussing succession and arranged for them to stay in a castle. Snowmelt Castle should be where they lived. But later, the castle caught fire. They think it's haunted because they feel guilty. And they're trying to use the eerie atmosphere here to mentally torture me, a so-called cowardly foreign princess. People in this palace are truly vicious. There are so many rooms upstairs. Croak. There should be signs of Lawren staying with his parents for the last time. This looks like a studio. The royals are fans of painting portraits. Maybe Caesar and his wife were. Cough, cough. It's a portrait of Lawrence's family. And the other two must be Lord Caesar and his wife. The child must be Lawrence. Her ladyship's eyes are purple, too. Let me dust this off. It's a painting worth keeping. Croak. Lawrence had such a calm demeanor for someone so young. But there's no way out of here. I can't believe it's a cliff outside. Lord Caesar and his wife wouldn't have burned if there was a way out. But how did Lawrence survive? Croak. It's a door to another room. Oh, it's the room I slept in on my first night here. That guy actually brought me here. Bold move. Croak. Did Lawrence survive the fire by hiding in this box? But even if he did, he would have still choked on the smoke. Let me out. Bad frog. Let me out. Mom. Dad. Let me out. I want to be with you. It's the cry of a little boy. Mom. Let me out of here. I want to be with you. Dad. Cough, cough. Leia, hurry. Keep Lawrence safe. Don't waste your remaining magic protecting me. Mom. Let me out of here. I don't want to live alone. I want to be with you. I can feel Lawrence's emotions. He's heartbroken. Turns out Lawrence was saved by his mother's last bit of magic, which is how he escaped death. Croak. Guinevere, I miss stargazing with you. And then, he made a promise with her. What time was it? Yes, stargazing. Wait, they missed their appointed time. Was he really planning to run away with the princess? Was it because she didn't get the letter? Or because I refused to take her out of the palace at that moment? I've ruined everything. Young master, I'm coming. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Let's go to the fair. But you're not fully recovered yet. I can go by myself. In case you get distracted, then I'll just watch you. I will not. Oh my goodness. Lord Lawrence has returned with those wild beast men. In triumph. He's enormous and terrifying. But I'm so grateful to him for saving my relatives at the border. The apples are for Lord Lawrence. Oh man, you didn't have to do that. Why are we stopping at Colossen's? What do you think, young master? And stopping at his residence? Esteemed Lord Lawrence, Marquis Colossen is deeply honored to hear of your illustrious return. He sent me to invite you into his house. Please don't bother. Please, my lord, Marquis Colossen insists. We're not going. Can't you see we're in the middle of business? However, Marquis Colossen wishes to establish a business relationship with you. Well, I'm afraid no one would dare buy these beast men in the marketplace. So why don't you come inside, my lord? The Marquis wants to purchase these beastman specimens. That's great. We have 11 of them, 100 gold coins each. Now, give me the money. That's a considerable sum. I'll need to report it first. You stopped here deliberately to pressure Marquis Colossen. I get it, but he deserves it after his arrogant son had the nerve to challenge you last night. Lord Lawrence, I had too much to drink last night, so forgive me for not getting out of the carriage. You don't have to, my lord. I bet he's good at swordplay. Too bad I didn't see it last night. Congratulations on your son becoming captain of the 3rd squad of the palace guards. He challenged me, but I was drunk. To defend me, My lieutenant stopped him from drawing his sword. My son is young and reckless and doesn't know what he's doing. My lord, please don't take it to heart. We're pinching pennies on military expenses, so we had to bring these beast men back to see if any wealthy collector is interested. Sure, we won't. Rumor has it that once these beast men are dried and ground, they become ingredients for alchemical magic potions. I wonder if that's true. Sold. Great. That's 1,100 gold coins in total. Old Colossan is loaded. We should have raised the price and ripped him off just now. Take the rest back and give them to the soldiers. Save 200 gold coins for supplies. Got it. Where's the one that's still alive? Still at the hotel. I thought you said not to bring it out today to avoid any accidents. Yeah. Bad news. The living beast man has been stolen. Who the hell are you? Do you think you can steal anything? I'm impressed. You even got the palace guards to escort me out of Snowmelt Castle. There was no other way around it. It's His Majesty's order. I can't imagine what would happen if you don't attend the lectures for queen candidates. Is this the traditional dress of the Twilight Kingdom? No, it's from my hometown. His Majesty likes exotic styles, so we're all wearing family clothes. What family are you from, Fiona? The Reuben family. Oh. The Reuben family's land was on the southern border of the Twilight Kingdom and made a rich living running casinos. Later, Arthur annexed it into his territory by force, so now it's a subsidiary of the Twilight Kingdom. So when the palace of the Twilight Kingdom called for someone to serve His Majesty, I had no use in the family, so they sent me here. Turns out she's Arthur's hostage, sent by the Reuben family. I assume many of these girls are hostages. Turn around. All right. Wow, you look amazing in this dress. It seems Arthur's defeat is inevitable. No one can build a stable regime on oppression and threats. You look great. Good morning, Your Majesty. He got up in the afternoon, yet they greeted him with good morning. That's ridiculous. What a foolish king. Let's get started. My queen candidates, in the coming months, will provide you with guidance on the essential skills and virtues befitting a queen in the Twilight Kingdom. Arthur doesn't need a queen with virtues, just beauty. Being a queen is about more than just physical beauty. It also requires education, wisdom, and strength. We will prepare the following courses and examinations for the candidates: music, painting, arithmetic, poetry writing, social etiquette, tea party etiquette, ball etiquette, jewelry appreciation, and equestrian skills. So many serious subjects. It sounds like they really want to choose a queen. You're right, and the queen must be prominent and charismatic. My ministers tell me every day that the royal family must have a queen. That's why you have to learn these serious subjects. After all, you can learn all the unserious stuff from me. Patience. I can't slap him now, or I'll end up in the water cell. Thank you for providing such a wonderful learning opportunity. I'm going to take those serious subjects seriously. Anything that saves me from seeing your face. I'm doomed. I got too angry and said that out loud. I'd actually enjoy learning it.